This exercise provides a practical example of creating a power system, linking to a distribution panel, adding arc wiring, creating a switch system, and then applying a filter. Open the starter file and from the project browser, open the ground floor plan view. Then zoom to the room with pink lights. Select the light fittings in the first and third rows, and also the left light switch. Click Power from the Create Systems panel to collate the lights and identify the associated switch. Dashed lines will connect each fitting and the device. A dashed box will surround the system. The lights will remain pink until a distribution panel is identified. We will now repeat the operation, creating a system for the other 6 fittings and the right light switch using an alternative method. Select the first light fitting on the second row, then click Power to define a system containing only a single fitting. Using Edit Circuit, add the other 5 lights in the second and fourth rows, plus the right light switch. Pick Select Panel to identify the distribution panel as shown. Then finish editing circuit. Hover over one of the fittings and tab to select the new system. Click Arc Wire to generate the wires automatically. Alternatively, use the arc symbol to achieve the same result. Hover over one of the first group of lights and use the Tab key to select the system. Then select the same distribution panel. With the system selected, pick Arc Wire. Select the first and third rows of lights to define a switch system. Select Switch to identify the associated light switch as shown. Repeat this operation to group the second bank of lights and identify the switch. Zoom out to view the whole floor plan and use the keyboard shortcut VV or VG to launch the Visibility Graphics Override dialog. Ensure Electrical is ticked in the filter list. In the Model Categories tab, put a tick in the boxes for cable trays and fittings, as well as conduit and fittings. And OK. This will show the cable trays which have been defined in the model. We will now set a filter to identify those that have been allocated to carry the lighting wiring. Use VV to launch Visibility Graphics Override and pick the Filters tab. The existing filter is the one used to turn the allocated light fittings pink. Remove this before assigning some new filters. Click Add to see the list of available filters and then Edit New to create a new filter. Select the new icon and name the new filter Containment LTG and OK. Select Cable Tray Fittings, Conduits and Conduit Fittings from the Categories list. Then set the filter to identify service types containing LTG as shown. Click OK to return to the Add Filter dialog and add Containment LTG and Containment Other to the View override. Override the projection surface pattern of both filtered elements to make Containment Other solid green and the LTG containment solid magenta. Then OK to close the dialog and view the newly colored cable trays. Zoom to an area near to the distribution panel. We will now draw a spur to the tray in order to carry cables to the correct side of the corridor. Select Cable Tray from the Systems tab. Set the service type to LTG in the Properties palette and the offset to 2700 mm on the options bar. Starting at the surface of the wall to the side of the distribution panel, draw horizontally to the center line of the existing magenta tray on the opposite side of the corridor. The new tray is going in at an offset of 2700 mm in order to run in between the two green trays on the left, because the existing tray is at 2600 mm. Revit automatically defines a short transition section at 45 degrees, complete with appropriate fittings. Open Section 1 to view the new section of containment.